Good afternoon, team. Happy Thursday. What a day, huh? I've been saying that a lot this week, last week, and the week before, and pretty much this whole year. What a day. The volatility is insane. So, this really good day today for the portfolio. I got really lucky with putting on trades that pretty much caught this down move today. I mentioned in yesterday's video how I was seeing this toppy area here on the 21, and the MT was at 90. So the probabilities were just screaming short. They were just screaming short. Just too many things lining up against this going higher. The probabilities were this going lower. So it was pretty, in my humble opinion, pretty telegraphed and pretty low risk trade or position to take to short the market. So that's why I started closing on my longs at the end of the day and actually starting adding to the hedges, and then eventually at the end of the day I started actually adding directionally short positions, and via the SQQQ and the TQQQ, which are inverse ETFs on the Qs. So the Qs go down, the SQQQ and the TQQQ, they go up. Okay, so that's what I did. I bought those, and today they skyrocketed. I made close to 35-40% combined on those on this about 230 point move downwards on the Nasdaq today. Again, the volume at par with all these days. So again, there's a little consolidation here, as you can see. Let me clean this up. There's a little consolidation here, that we need to kind of break out of. I have this little trend line here. The good news is this trend line is still relatively technically a higher low. So, this low on this day, it's lower than this one, and then this one, and so forth. So we have higher lows. So this is a good thing. The bad thing is we keep hitting our head at this 350 range and the 21. So we first got to break the 350, 355 range, 353 around there. Then we got to break this downward trend line. The death cross is in full effect. We are officially in death cross territory. So again, probabilities tell me that it's a higher percentage that we continue down rather than break up. But the MT closed at 69. Okay, the MT closed at 69. So to me personally, we're in limbo here. I don't have an edge. So I am not, if you noticed, at the end of the day, today, I started closing out all my shorts and taking profits. I closed about 75% of my position. I only have a quarter left just because of what, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I want to have a little exposure to the downside. And I have like one long SXC. That one's still working. So if it's still working, I wasn't gonna close it. It actually was up today on the day, even though the market was down. So I am literally 90% cash. I have two positions on my SQQQ shorts, and I have three. I have my SXC long shares. I have my SQQQ short, a 25% position, and that pool POOL short 400 that I sold, the short put, for like $6, something like that. I have this short put when it was I think here I sold it. So I'm pretty. I sold two and I took profits on one. I made about 25% in a day. I think it was, I sold it this day, and the next day, which is yesterday, I took profits, and today I'm down like 5% on it. It's like no big deal. Again, I have the 400. It's sitting at 469, and I have the April 18th. So sorry, I'm around here somewhere. So again, it's just that one position is not a big deal. And SXC, I mean, we took it here, right? We took it here, and boom, You know, it was up almost 6% today on 135% volume increase. You see those big volume bars? Like somebody's buying this. Somebody's buying this. And it's not me and you. It's institutions. So that's good. So here's a little shelf, you know. You broke the shelf, you bought it at 8, and that's sitting at 928. If you have 300 shares, that's almost a $400 transaction. I bought 500 shares, and I sold a couple. I sold I think like 25% or 30% a couple days ago. I think here at the end of this day I sold 100, and then here I sold 200, and then I think I got a couple. I think I had like 150 shares left or something like that. Again, it's in a trailing stop. It's a 3.5% trailing stop. So if tomorrow we reverse, I get stopped out. Hey, it's going to be a 17 or 18% profitable trade in 3 days, 4 days. So in a week, basically. That's perfectly fine. And then what else do I have? Well, yeah, the SQQs, those are the shorts. You know, today they were up 4%, $1.69, and I had the call, so those went up like $3 or $4. So it was a good today was a good day. So again, back to the market. Again, just easy to read here, topping itself down. Now again here, now I have no edge. So I have no clue if tomorrow we go. I mean, I don't have a clue no matter what. I didn't have a clue here either. It's not like I know anything. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just reading the charts and let the math, tell me what the probabilities are. And yesterday the probabilities were that we would go lower rather than higher. So I positioned myself for that. That's it. That's all it was. I wasn't predicting anything. I wasn't anticipating anything. I was letting the math and the probabilities dictate how I trade. Today, I'm doing the same thing. I'm letting the math and the probabilities dictate how I trade. And I have no edge. I have no probabilities. I have an MT at 69, which is like limbo. I mean, it's not an extreme. You know, the MT gives me a nice reading on extremes. Below 20, below 10, above 85, but above 90. That's when I kind of give it some credence. And again, this was topping up here. So now we're at the lower end. So I mean, we were at the lower end here, and the next day we shut up. You know, we're at the lower end here. Are we going to shut up tomorrow? I have no idea. And if we do, are we going to go back here again and then go down, or are we going to continue higher? I don't know. So that's why I'm 90% cash. I'm going to let the market tell me what's going to happen. Plus, it's Friday, so I might not want to hold too many positions over the weekend. So I'm going to tread lightly. I'm gonna take on positions if the market is high. Like, so in other words, if we open up high tomorrow, if we open up 100 points high, 150 points high, and the setups that I'm going to go over today are triggering, yeah, I might take one or two 50% positions with my same tight stop. I am getting out if it goes below my entry. So again, I'm risking 1-2%, and if they work, hey, look at SXC. I'm up 17% on a breakout on a bad market. So again, because our merchandise, it's quality. We're trading great companies. So if the market it's favorable, they're gonna work. So I digress. Let me just go over ARCH. ARCH again up 11 points today, another 8%. I mean, this trade right here would have been beautiful. You were up like $14 today, and you were up another $13 today. Again, it was probably hard to hold because, I'm sure you would have gotten stopped out when it came down during the middle of the day. But either way, I mean, this thing it's working. Obviously, I am not buying it here. It's way too extended. I want to buy here when it's consolidating, okay? You want to buy here when it's like tight, and it breaks out. That's when you want to buy it. Here, you want to buy it here. And then see, tight. It never really took off, so you wait. Boom. So that's working. And HSY, Hershey's still working. Hershey, it wasn't down. It basically, it got as high as like I think 210 or something like that. So if you took this entry like when I alerted at 206, you were at 208, so you're still up. So this worked. Um, so what else here? And ABC. I gave ABC to you guys at 144 entry. Um, and then it's at 145 something right now. Again, this little entry right here that triggered. And again, I didn't take it because I'm not liking how the market is right now. But that's an entry that you would have been up, maybe like 1.5% today. So again, I encourage you to take entries on your own if they trigger, and your stop will be right under the pivot. So if this is the pivot right here, right? If it breaks above it and you take it and it goes back inside it, you get out. That's simple. Tight stop, very low risk entry. Okay, so the stocks that I'm looking at that are setting up for potential entries tomorrow, the next day, and whenever they trigger. Okay, again, like I've said before, all these setups are good to cancel. They're not just for tomorrow. If they don't work tomorrow, I'm not looking at them ever again. No, it's like we've had stocks before that we've said and they haven't triggered yet, but I still have my alert. And if they eventually do, I'm gonna get an alert and I'm gonna take a look at it and I'm gonna make a decision based on what I'm seeing at that particular moment and how the market is behaving at that particular moment. But a triggered alert, it's something you take action on, whether just to look at it and see if it makes sense to take it on right there, right now, or pass because the market is tanking or whatever reason. But like, you have to take action when you have a pivot break, because that is how we make our money. We take breakouts on high volume on good setups. So if we have a good setup and it's activating, well, that's what we do. We act on it. Okay. So first one today, PTEN. PTEN. I'm going 15 now. 15. I want to break this little high right here. So it's kind of hitting his head right on 15. So if it breaks 15 on good volume, we could take off. Got good growth in sales. Okay, I like it. And it's going from negative earnings to positive earnings next year. So it could be the potential of a good start. I mean, this is nice little break, nice little base here, 1130. You take this at 1130, man, you could have taken it all the way here to like, $13, $14 or something like that. So that would have been a good one. So, I'm looking for maybe it consolidates a little bit here. It triggers around, eventually picks its head and comes back in, and then boom, it takes off. So again, I'm watching it. I have an alert at $15. PTEN. The next one, EOG. EOG, I'm going at 119.10. 119.10, the high of this day right there. 119.10. Nice little base right here. Sorry, nice little base right here. It poked his head yesterday and it came back inside. Today it didn't clear it. So I want to see that 119.10 get taken out before I take action. Okay? EOG. CIVI. CIVI 59.76. 59.76. I want to take off this high right here by 10 cents. This little nice, it's kind of hitting his head, but it's kind of trending a little bit angled down. So I want to make sure that it takes off this high, which it hasn't before in any of these attempts here. And today it was down on, not a really high volume. So, it's not a big deal. But these last 3 days have been going up, and it's been on high volume. They have earnings in 5 days, so I wouldn't trade it if it broke out like 4 days from now and you have like 1 day to earnings. I wouldn't do it. They got a new CEO here, so again, I want to see 59.76 to get taken out. CIVI. The next one, MCK. 283.10. 283.10. I want to take out these highs right here. 283.10. I like this little shelf here, and it took off. It's kind of building the same thing here. So if it takes off, it can go, another like 30, 40 points. Okay? Like this was a nice little base right here. Look at that. This thing kind of consolidated a little bit and took off. You would have taken it, let's say, at 230, and you would have probably gotten out at, like 250 around there. It's a nice 20-point move. in like, less than a month or so. Okay, so this stock moves. This entry here at 210, you take it at 211, you take it all the way to 227 to 25. So MCK, I'm looking at 283.10 MCK. The next one, HWC. HWC. HWC 5705. 5705. I want to take out this high right here by a little bit. I want to just clear 57 because it's kind of like hitting his head at 56 highs. I want to make sure 57 gets taken out. And if it goes to 60, see, 60s are kind of like a psychological number. All these round zero numbers are psychological numbers. If you notice here, when he went from like this to 50, 69, he stayed at that 50-50 area, and then boom, it took off. So it kind of like, same thing. And then once it broke 50, it kind of took off 53, 59, so forth. So I want a 57 to take out, and 57 to 60. That's a nice 3-point move. Then take some profits, and if it takes out 60, then I buy some more. Again, accelerating growth. Look at this sales. This is earnings growth. I like it. You gotta have either sales or earnings increase, 25% or more. HWC 5705. HWC, and that is it. I don't have anything else because nothing else is kind of setting up. Again, I am not. Let me go back to the market. Let me go to the S&P here. The S&P is still, still kind of, a little trend here. Again, this is the 200. This is the 50. At the 21, it's hitting his head, and he came down today. So I'm just not comfortable with this market to start going long. I've been saying it forever. The only good thing is here we do have decreasing volume, so that's a good sign. Normally, seasonally, February and March are good months. Like the market really has good returns on February and March, and then especially April. March, well, let me rephrase that. February is kind of like middle of the road. March and April are really, really good months historically that the market normally has a nice little rally. So we'll be ready for that. Okay. All right. Have a nice, blessed evening, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.